Hi everybody, this is Joanne. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a large pocket album tutorial and share flip through. So grab a cup of coffee and we'll go through this together. I'll teach you how to do it and then we'll do some embellishments. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab your supplies first. And I wrote them all out in a piece of paper here. So if maybe you can pause it or take a screenshot of this, okay? So you're going to need 4 12 by 12 double-sided papers. And it's important that this is double-sided heavy cardstock. And then you're going to need some white cardstock. And you're going to need 2 or 3 additional pattern papers of your choice. The collection that I'm using today is the Dear Lizzy Here and Now, and this was all part of the July Hip Kit Club. And then you're going to need some embellishments, pocket cards, and tags. These 3 things are optional. I'm going to give you 2 different ways to do this, and then I have some measurements for you when we get to that point, okay? You're going to need glue, a glue stick, and some adhesive of your choice. I use ATG. Okay, so we'll put this over to the side. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is take your 12 by 12 and put it on your scoreboard. Cut your branding strip off. Okay, and once you do that, I'll show the other side. Isn't that pretty too? What you're going to want to do is face up this piece of pattern paper towards you that you want to see. And I'll explain that further in a minute. So the paper that you want to see, you want facing you up on your scoreboard. Now, if you don't have a scoreboard, you can use a ruler and the dull side of a butter knife or anything along those lines. So what we're going to want to do is this. This 12 by 12 piece of paper is going to turn into this pocket folder. And what I mean by that, when I say that you want it up, I didn't want to see this when I opened it. I wanted to see this when I opened it. And then you're going to score it up so you see a little bit of the other side too. I hope that makes sense. It will as we go along. So on your scoreboard, you're going to want to make sure it's perfectly 12-inch piece of paper. And then take your scorer, and let me put the numbers down a little bit more so you can see. Yep, that's better. So get that nice and straight on your scoreboard, and at 6 inches, the exact middle of the piece of paper, you're going to want to score down. Now, don't score too hard or too light. If you score too hard, the paper's going to rip in half. If you score too light, it's not going to fold. Okay, so now we have a score down the middle at 6. No, you can't see it. Then you're going to, so it was like this. So then you're going to flip it to the left. And then line it back up to be nice and straight, 12 by 12. And then you're going to want to score again at 3 inches. So just go down 3 inches. And depending on how your scoreboard is, the point of the second score is to just have a 3-inch score on the bottom of your piece of patterned paper. Okay, so let me go ahead and get my scoreboard out of the way. Then you're going to have your pattern paper here. Again, I want to see this pattern because I love it. Isn't it pretty? So then you take your 3 inches on the bottom and flip it up. And you want a nice clean fold. So I always take your score or your bone folder and just make that nice and sharp. And again, this is handmade. It's okay if it doesn't line up perfectly. It's not going to matter in the end, trust me. So don't worry about doing it wrong. And then you're going to take this and fold it over. I'm going to score here and again at the bottom so it's nice and flat and sharp. Okay. Keep your scorer out or your bone folder out because you'll need it again. So now here's your pocket folder, and that's why I wanted to see this, because when I open it, I wanted to see this beautiful pattern with all the leaves. And then you're going to see the other side of your pattern paper on the bottom. Okay, so what you need is to do that 4 times. 6 inches down in the middle, and then 3 inches down over on the bottom. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to have 4 of these. I picked my 4 pattern papers. This one, isn't this beautiful? Oh my God, I love it so much. And then that. And then I picked this one. And I wanted to be able to see the sunglasses on the inside for a reason, which I will show you. And then I love this paper. Isn't it beautiful? I love it so much. I love fussy cutting those flowers. And then I wanted to see that in the inside, so I'd have this beautiful pattern with the stripes, and then also still be able to see some of the flowers, okay? So you're going to have 4 of these to make your book. And what you're going to want to do is pick out your 2 favorites. Your 2 favorites. Because you're going to need a front cover and you're going to need a back cover. Okay? These are my 2 favorites. And I would like this to be my cover. So this is going to be number 1. And then this is going to be number 2. Because I really want to see this. And I'm not going to be able to see this yellow part when I put this all together. Only right in here. And then I would like this to be my 3rd page. So I won't be able to see this blue. And I definitely want to see these flowers. So this is going to be my back cover. Okay. So we're going to put all these together. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want your adhesive, your glue, and a glue stick. So I'm going to get these all out. I'm just using this. And there's a reason for this. You can do it, of course, however you wish. It's your book. But the reasons I will tell you when we put these together. Okay, you're going to want one of these. And then you're going to want some glue and I use the Scotch ATG. And then I also use my fine liner bottle, which I will show you. They used to come in a different bottle, but this is the new bottle. You can get this at scrapbook.com, and it comes 3 to a pack. So you can save them for the future or gift one to a friend. And this is what it looks like. And this is the glue I use, Scotch Tacky Glue, okay? Just in case anybody was wondering, it's the best glue. And I use the fine liner bottle because it's got this wonderful applicator, and the glue comes out of it perfect. And that's my favorite to do. So let's get going. I'm putting this together. So what you're going to want to do is take your cover, okay? Get some glue out of my glue stick here. Take your cover. Make sure it's the right side so it looks like this. Flip it over. And then you're going to want to take your glue stick and put glue all around. And make sure you get the edges. And the reason that I'm doing this is so we can get right up to the edge of the paper. And I don't want to use ATG when I'm putting this together because I would never be able to get these 2 pieces of paper next to each other without having some wiggle room with the glue. Okay? So then next, I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to put it all over. And be generous, but not overly generous so you don't saturate your paper. Okay, so there's that. So then you take these 2, and again, this is open, so this is on the bottom. Take these 2, and you just put them together. So you line them up as best as possible, just throw them together, but because you're using the glue stick and the glue, you have some wiggle room to get it where you need it to be. Then I just go like this. So now we have the first and second pages together. And then you can take your score or your bone folder and just go over it like this to make sure the adhesive's sticking, the glue spreads around. Okay, so look at that. Now we have page 1 and page 2. And we're going to do the same thing 2 more times, okay? So let me go through this really quick. Again, take this. Doesn't matter what side you do it on. You can do adhesive one side, glue on the other side. You just want one of the sides. You want the glue all the way up to the very, very tips, the corners. So you can make sure so the corners don't catch on anything and pull away from each other, okay? I'm just double checking that I have this on the right side. Put your glue down. You can use whatever glue you want. You don't have to use a fine liner. You don't have to use this glue, whatever your favorite is. And you're just going to put some in there. It doesn't matter how, because you're just going to spread it around. And again, you're going to just stick these two together. Pick it up quick. Get it lined up. Together. Again, some of your scores and your folds are not going to be perfect. You might see some of your pattern paper, excuse me, when you fold it. I'm just picking up glue off my table so it doesn't stick to my pictures. Just keep going like this. Get your glue spread around. And this glue that I use, the Scotch Tacky glue, it gives you wiggle room to move things around, and it also dries very quickly so you don't have to sit there and wait. Okay, now I'm going to show you what I meant. I can see some of that pattern paper after I folded it. It doesn't matter because you're not going to see it once everything's put together, okay? Now, for the last one, my back cover. Oh, I just love this paper. Same thing again. Doesn't matter what side you do it on. Just make sure you get right up really, really close to all the corners. And once you put all this together, you can double check the seams of everything when you're done and just stick a little glue in anywhere that you may have missed so you don't have to worry about that. Put that away. I don't need that anymore. Make sure this is upright. Put my glue all over it. Put it all over the place. Generous, but not so much that your paper's going to get wet. This is really nice double-sided thick paper, so that's good. Okay, there we go. Good with that. Make sure you have the right sides. Yep. Go ahead and put those together. That is so easy, isn't it? I take my glue and I wipe it. I always wear really yucky clothes when I make something because I know I'm going to wipe glue all over myself. You're going to want to wait a couple minutes. Make sure that's sealed real nice and tight. Go over it again with your bone folder. Okay. I'm just going to go like this on my arm. Make sure I don't leave any glue residue down so it doesn't get on my photos. Okay. So now we have our large pocket album. So you see there's page 1, page 2, page 3, and page 4. So there's my back cover. There's my front cover. Isn't that beautiful? I love it so much. So then what you're going to need is I'm going to write this down. You're going to need 1 2-inch by 9-inch piece of paper, or you're going to need 1 3-inch by 9-inch strip of paper to go as your binding. Now, if you're going to do a simple plain, just a couple pictures, you're only going to need a 2 by 9. This is 9 inches, and then we're going to need a 2-inch binding. I over embellish everything. I'll show you. So I'm going to do a 3-inch by 9-inch because by the time I'm done with this, it's going to be very, very full. Okay. So this is an example of a 2 by 9. I love these little cherries. Isn't that cute? So what you would do next is you would just use this as your binding if you only wanted to put a few things in your album. Okay? However, like I said, I over embellish everything, so I am doing a 3-inch. So you would put this on your scoreboard, 3 inches, and then score down the middle at 1.5. And if it doesn't come out even and perfectly straight, it doesn't matter because it's only the binding on your paper. So you can do that, which I don't really like. So I'm going to actually flip this. So once you score something, it doesn't matter. You can always change your mind. And I think I'm going to like that better. Yes, I do. That looks much better. Okay, so then what I do is I'm going to fold this over this way, and I'm going to take one side, only one side of where it's scored, and I'm going to put so much ATG, it's ridiculous. Now, if I was making a regular 12 by 12 scrapbook page, I would never use this much adhesive because, you know, of course, we are in an album with a page protector and we don't need this much. However, you are going to not have page protectors for this, and you may also gift this to somebody. So I want you to use adhesive like you're giving it to somebody who does not scrapbook, because they're not going to understand paper crafting and that things could fall apart. Okay, so here's all that with your ATG just on this side. And then you're going to make sure this is this way. And then I'm just going to go ahead and line this up very, very carefully, because I don't want my ATG to stick right up against that score mark. Okay, and then I'm going to press down. I feel like I have glue all over my hands right now, so you might want to make sure you have a napkin or a wet wipe or something on your craft desk when you do this. Okay, and the reason I only do one side is because I know it would get stuck. I'd end up having to rip it apart. I'd ruin my paper. And then right down the middle where your score line is, I want you to go ahead and put some glue, just to be safe. Okay, and then you're going to come back in with your ATG and put a whole bunch on there. All right, so there's that. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have a cat, so all my craft projects come with free cat fur that I have to get off. So then I'm going to go ahead and fold that over. And then I'm going to use my bone folder or my scoring thing and just press it down. Make sure everything's good. Do both sides. And then you're going to take this, the outside, and just take your bone folder and just go like this. Straighten it out so it looks like a flat score. See? All right, so there you go. You have this. Beautiful. Now you have all your book is all together. Okay, I'm going to go back to this page because you're going to see here that this is not enclosed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue again, and I'm going to put glue right here on the outside. Very, very fine strip of glue from the corner up to the score line. Now, I think it's going to be hard to see the score line. It's right here where my nail is on the video. You're only going to want to put a very, very small strip of glue. And I use glue because if you use ATG, once you stick your pictures in there, the pictures and your embellishments could get stuck to the ATG that's inside the folder. So my score line is right there. Very, very small strip of glue, corner to corner, on both sides. That's it. No place else. Just on the two outsides. Okay. I'll show you the glue. Very small strip. And then you're going to fold this up. Press it down. Press your glue in. Wipe any glue off the edges. Get rid of that extra glue that comes off the side because you certainly don't want that sticking to the other pages. And then you're all good. You don't have to put any glue in the middle or anywhere else, just here on the two ends, okay? Now, if you're very creative, you can go ahead and machine stitch right down the middle here. You'll have to do it before you put these four together, obviously, because I think this would be way too thick for a sewing machine. I tried to do that. My sewing machine and I got into an argument. I did not win, so I just left these blank. So now we have this beautiful album. So we're going to go ahead and put some stuff in it, okay? Here's your cover. We'll decorate that last because you don't want bulk on your cover while you're trying to work on the inside. Let me just put the top back. I'll show you how it is. Glue and hair and cat fur all over. It's got a little teeny thing in it, and you just stick it back in there real quick so it doesn't dry out while you're working. You do have to put the top back on your fine liner every couple minutes so the glue doesn't dry out. So, let me grab some stuff that I got here. One moment, please, while I'm off screen. And I'm going to show you what I did. This is the Simple album. This would be great for a wedding present, a first communion, a birthday, a quick holiday gift. How great would this be to put one of these together? And this really gets rid of a lot of your stash. So if you have some old paper that you haven't used up, just grab 4 sheets that you love and put them together and make one of these. So what you can do is you can simply go in and you're going to take your, let me do the page that we did blue. You're going to take a piece of white cardstock. And again, you can use whatever color cardstock you want. I just like to use the white because it differentiates this from the album. And this I cut at 8.5 by 5.5. 8.5 by 5.5. 8.5 by 5.5. Okay. And then I took this pattern paper. This is Basil blue cardstock. Or you can use a pattern paper here. It's up to you. So your cardstock or your pattern, and you're going to do 8 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay? Put these two together. I'm going to use the smooth side of this. And again, if this was a regular album and I was just putting it in, or excuse me, a regular layout, and I was just putting it in a 12 by 12 with a page protector, I would never use that much ATG. It's not necessary. Wipe that cat fur off again. But people are going to be handling this, and you don't want it to fall apart. So just quickly line this up. Get it as even as you can. It's okay if it's not perfectly straight. Handmade stuff is beautiful. Put that down. Okay, so there's that. Then you're going to take pictures of your choice. This is the quick way, and then I'll show you the over embellished way. So you're going to take a nice, beautiful 4 by 6 photo. This is my little baby cousin AJ. He's so cute. So you take that, and I want this at the top of there because I'm going to do embellishments down here. Now, if you only wanted to do one 4 by 6 photo, you could certainly take these 2 pieces of paper and trim them down so it was only that big and you didn't have the extra space on the bottom. Okay? So let me go ahead and put that picture on there. Line it up as straight as you can. And I put it at the top because when I flip through this album, I want to see his cute little face. I don't want to see the top of the cardstock or embellishments. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and slide this right in there. And it's got plenty of room, and it's not getting stuck on the side because we use glue and not ATG. Alright? And then this side over here, I went ahead and pre-did this. This is his dad and his little sister. And there you go. Perfect, right? So let's go back to the beginning and put some in. Now, I'm gifting this to my prima. Prima means cousin. And I'm giving this to her as a present. That's her daughter, and that was her husband and her son. So we put these in here. Oh, I just embellished them a little bit, again, with Dear Lizzy, and then this was a die cut. And we had a cousin's day, and we all dressed up in Hawaiian clothing. So there's those embellished. And this here, I wanted to see the sunglasses because my prima and her BFF, which I did a little best friends die cut, have, oops, sorry about that noise, my glue fell, glasses on, so I thought it was cute. And there's my cousin, my prima, and myself. Put this in here. Let me turn the page. We just did these. We haven't embellished anything yet. And then on these 2 pages, I chose this paper and I did white and green cardstock. Embellished that a little bit. My cousins. Throw those in there. And this is myself and my cousin and the little baby cousins. Just throw those in there. So you're all done. There's your album. You can decorate the front however you want. You can decorate the back with stuff. If you decorate the back of the album, do something flat. Don't do anything with dimension, because most people are going to put stuff on the table. Okay, so there's that. Let me flip through really quick. Easy peasy, done. This whole thing, once you got used to it, you maybe did one or two and got the dimensions in your head and figured out how to do it. I could see you being done in 20 minutes. But I over embellish everything. I love embellishments. They're my very, very favorite thing in the entire world. So I'm going to show you what I did. And this is why I put a 2 by 3 inch binder instead of a, a 3 by 9 inch binder on here instead of a 2 by 9 inch binder, because I'm going to over embellish. So I'm going to add more things into all of these pages. Okay, let me move my ATG. So what I did is I took tags. I have this tag die. I believe it's a Sizzix. I can't remember. It's from Tuesday morning. I got it at Tuesday morning. It came in a whole set. So it makes tags like this. And then I don't know if you can see it. It puts the little holes right in there, so you can stitch and you don't have to poke the holes in yourself. So I just went ahead and made this cute tag, put a ribbon in the top, and I always put the circle reinforcers on my tags with the We Are memory keepers. Okay, so then I went and hand stitched with the holes, just a simple back stitch. Okay, and then I took pocket life cards from the July Hip Kit Club. These are Hip Kit Club exclusive cards. Okay, and then you're just going to layer things up. Sorry, I keep saying okay. I don't know why I'm doing that today. So here's beautiful. It matches nicely, and I left some space so she can write herself some journaling if she wishes to. And there's a picture on the back. So you just go ahead and tuck that in. And I like to tuck things so I can still see the layers behind it. Like, I don't want to cover up her beautiful little face. So then here's a cute little pocket card. And on the back, I put another picture. Go ahead and tuck that in. And when you're tucking things in, just lift this up a little bit. So be careful not to hit the embellishments on the things already in there. And then on this side, another beautiful pocket life card. I put some Dear Lizzy stickers on it. And then I put Prima Fiesta, Party and Dance the Day Away. And then over here, I put some more pictures. These are, I think these are 2 by 2. And this little camper sticker from Dear Lizzy, is that perfect for camping or what? So cute. So then you would just go ahead and tuck that in there. And then I took my tag that I already showed you, myself and my little Prima. I love her so much. She's so beautiful. And then you can leave this empty, or you can go ahead and add more pictures onto the back of this if you want to. So you just go ahead and tuck that in, and there's your first page done. You have a bunch of layered with pictures. Fold it over. Yeah. And for decorations for the second one, you've already got these in there. And then I put a Pocket Life, 4 by 6 Pocket Life card in there. I put some, this was on there. I put the date. I put a sticker, Cousins Reunion, left space for her to journal. And on the back, I put a nice picture. This was some fruit and watermelon that she made herself. Isn't that great? I don't know how to do all that. Just go ahead and tuck that in there. Or you can tuck it in over here. It doesn't make any difference. And then I have an extra tag that I just made with my die cut. And then I hand trimmed the holes out because I didn't want to hand stitch this one. And these are Maggie Holmes Sweet Story stickers. Myself and my cousin. And on the back, another cute vegetable tray that she made. All Hawaiian themed with some more stickers. Maggie Holmes and Dear Lizzy. So go ahead and just tuck that in there. And then on this side, I just did a piece of Dear Lizzy paper. These are 4 by 3 pictures. Some stickers. And the back is empty. And then I'm going to throw that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put another tag in there. Myself and another cousin, obviously. And on the back, this is my baby cousin. Put that in there. Okay. Pretty, right? Flip this over. And we haven't decorated this yet, so I'm going to go to the very last page. Here's this. And you can decorate down at the bottom, too. I neglected to speak about that. So see what I did here? Put some stickers and some words. Make sure that these are really good adhesive. If they're not, put a little bit of glue behind them. And then down here I did some fussy cutting of that paper and put some Dear Lizzy stickers. And here I did Summer Fun. And you can't really see it, but there's a little flamingo and some doodlebug sprinkle hearts in there. So for this one, oh, you know what? I think I did this wrong. No, I didn't. I'm good. For this one, there's green, there's pink, all these colors, Hawaiian. I love it so much. For this one, I have those, and then this is a pocket life card in a very neat shape. It's got some fruit in the bottom. And then I put a picture behind, too. And isn't this sticker perfect for this picture of her drinking that? I just thought that was awesome. Go ahead and tuck that in. And then over here, this is a little 4x3 pocket life card. And I put another picture on the back. This is a great way to get a lot of pictures into a little cute gift album. So on this side over here, a little 4x6 Dear Lizzy paper that I cut and put a picture. And then I left the back blank. Go ahead and tuck that in here. And then again, I made a tag, and I did go ahead and hand stitch that one. Myself and my two cousins. And on the back, I put some pictures of my little baby cousins. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. Okay? So then here, we can embellish stuff down here. Put some more stuff in. So I went ahead and pre-did some of these, and I picked out, let me show you some of the stuff that I picked out to embellish with. Dear Lizzy, little Maggie Holmes Sweet Story mix in there because I had those two things in the kit for the month. Okay, look at this adorable pocket card. It says summer. I put the Dear Lizzy camper in here. Myself and my cousin having a little bit too much fun that day. And a couple more 4x3 pictures on the back. Me and my cousins. I'm going to see a nice blue. I'm going to throw that in here. Okay. And then I also have this nice card, little 2x2 pictures of my baby cousins. Put a little ribbon on the top. Go ahead and slide that in there. And then I have another one. I made a tag and I did hand stitch this one as well. Pictures on the back. Go ahead and tuck that in. Then I have two beautiful pocket life cards from Hip Kit Club exclusives. I thought this was beautiful because it matches this paper on the back so well. So I put a picture on the back. And then I also took this pocket life card, the picture, and another picture of me and my little Prima. Look at her. She's so pretty. I love her so much. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and throw this in here. And then I think for this one, I love this so much, but I think it needs something. So what should we put there? We can always, let me see if this would look good. We can put this there, nice and straight, and then she can do a little journaling here, and maybe put a couple word stickers up on the top. You know, like these little things where it says today or beautiful, any of those. Go ahead and throw that in there. Pretty, pretty. And then this one, oh my God, he's so cute. I can't stand it. I was thinking maybe of taking this sticker. Oh, sorry, I'm off screen. These are the Dear Lizzy. They're clear. So I want to go ahead and put that on non-pattern paper. Put that down here really quick. See how you can do that? Beautiful. And then you can put other things down there as well, whatever you want. Throw this back in here. And then I could go ahead and put that there if I wanted to. And I have some more embellishments here that I could put. Dear Lizzy, I've got this cute little butterfly and the little teeny camera. I might actually take this Maggie Holmes little camera, just go ahead and put it right here because there's an empty space there. And it's adorable. And you'll be able to see it with a nice blue. So there's all that. So again, I'll embellish this off camera and then I'll decorate the cover. Sorry, I'm out of frame. I'll decorate the cover and then I'll do a separate video with a complete flip through for you to view. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. So this is how thick it's going to be, but that's okay. If you wanted to, you could put a ribbon around it. Most people don't like to tie and untie a ribbon all the time. So there's that, all complete. I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And again, I will do a flip through of the completed decorated album in a separate video.